No, thanks for coming
Yeah.
on and such short notice and, talking. Yeah, you never know when the timing is going to be just right.
Right.
But, you've made a major splash in Omaha, in particular with VRLY, which VRLY, the name, a lot of people are like, well, what's VRLY? What does VRLY even stand for?
Yeah, so VRLY is just a play off of the word virtual reality.
Where do you see VRLY, as far as from where it's at right now and where it's going? Because it's helping realtors with listings to help sell that home faster, correct?
Right. So a big misconception is that we actually help agents sell homes, and that's not what we do. We help agents sell themselves. So we are technically their technology partner, so that they can, leverage the technologies we have to win more listings and help sell more houses, and get those listings.
Sure.
So,
no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So they're getting more eyeballs.
Right. So when they go to listing presentations, they have more to offer than just saying, hey, I'm going to do still photos for you, or hey, I'm going to throw your house in the MLS, because Zillow has really made the MLS a lot more irrelevant, because now anyone can list their home on Zillow, and it has essentially become an MLS for sale by owners. So we're trying to combat that by giving these technologies to agents so that they can actually have that leverage to keep those commission prices where they're at without
Sure.
being asked to, hey, I want 2% commission.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sure they've all had to deal with that.
Oh yeah, because margin compression is an issue in a lot of fields,
Huge.
especially in real estate. So okay, so that's resonating with me. So somebody, FSBO, for sale by owner,
Right.
is able to use a platform like Zillow, because Zillow is now marketing themselves as the main platform.
Correct. Yeah. So that's where they have all the eyeballs, all the searches. So everybody's going, that's most people's first stop is Zillow.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I'm a for sale by owner and you come to me as an agent, you say, hey, I want 7% of this listing, I'm going to put you on the MLS and I'm going to take still photos for you. Home buyers are saying, and what else are we doing? Like this isn't making sense to me for that 7%. And obviously, as agents, we understand that, there's a lot more that you offer beyond that. But
Right.
from the consumer side, that's what they look at. They're looking at it just on the face value and saying, hey, for 7%, I want more. And that's what we're giving agents, more of that leverage to combat those questions.
And the word that's coming to mind to me is value.
Right.
You're providing that extra layer of value to the realtor, separating themselves from the marketplace.
Yep. Right. Yep. So they get the technology, they get content, and they get leverage over, for FSBOs essentially.
So what do realtors love most about VRLY that are actively using it?
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest features that agents like is their ability to take the content of 3D tours, the drones, the photos, and then use those on social media to drive traffic to them and help them win more listings. So they can actually, we create the content and we help them actually build the social media campaign so that they're actually putting that, listing in front of, buyers and future sellers, so that they're actually leveraging, what they've just purchased, and they can monetize it.
Gotcha. Yeah, technology is powerful if you're using it properly.
Right.
And I think too, campaigns, the word is sexy. People want to have
Yes.
the campaigns going, but they don't know how to take it step by step to
Right.
the marketplace.
Yep. And that was kind of, one of the biggest obstacles we faced at first was helping agents really take these essentially just URLs and these links and help them monetize it. How do I take a simple link and a URL and put it out there where people can actually find it? So building those campaigns were a big part of the value add that VRLY was able to partner with agents on.
Nice. So for any realtors watching this that are not using VRLY, haven't been able to leverage themselves with the tool that you're offering, what would your message be to them? Because it seems to me that they're definitely missing out on a tool that's going to, be extremely impactful in their ability to sell that home.
Right. Yeah. So the biggest value that we can provide to an agent is a differentiator in what you can provide to a consumer. To someone who's getting ready to list their house. So we want to make sure that you win that listing first of all, and then that you are able to show what you do differently in the market. So, I mean, if the biggest value to them is that they're getting drone photos, 3D tours, marketing campaigns, and then we're actually helping them leverage that against, the right buyers.
Gotcha. So it's all encompassing.
It's all encompassing, right?
And it's showing somebody who's on the fence of maybe putting the house on the market by themselves versus getting an agent that is using VRLY and has these tools in their back pocket is going to only allow them to make more money on their house.
We've seen that like 80% of buyers start their search online. So they want to see these things when they're going to Zillow and listings, and they're going to start to differentiate how, what an actual virtual tour is and then just a video tour. So
yeah, 8 out of 10 people going online. The days of, not to say that people aren't looking at a billboard or a booth or whatnot, but people are on their phones.
yeah, so you have to build a billboard that's on their mobile device.
Yeah.
Essentially, that's what videos are. So this is an easy, cost affordable way to create rich video, rich content that's going to capture attention, and then put that content in front of the right audience.
Yeah, you nailed it right there. I mean, that's the thing too. I mean, the shotgun approach.
And that's the value of social media, is that you can put your content in front of the people that need to see it at the right time. And with Facebook and Google pulling analytics and data, where they are the first one to know when somebody's getting ready to move. Before I tell my parents, before I tell my sister, my brother, my neighbor, Google and Facebook already know I'm getting ready to move. They know I've been looking at houses. Based on what you've
said and what you've been clicking on.
Right, based on your search results. I mean, it's simple data mining. That's why those services are free, because they then leverage that information to run ads and put them in front of marketers, which provides a lot of value to marketers and businesses, because you can then run your ad for pennies on the dollar to the right person.
Data is king.
That is king, right?
I remember when Mark Zuckerberg was in court, and they're like, "Well, Mark, how are you making money?"
I know, I saw that.
It's like,
I literally laughed out loud.
Advertisements?
They were like, "Well, how can you provide a free platform?" And then he's like, "Ads." Like, you're missing the main concept.
Oh
yeah,
man,
that was perfect.
I mean, Zillow's now in the mortgage space. They are. I mean, they're looking to be that one-stop shop for all vehicles.
Right.
And with the amount of traffic they do have on Zillow, they're in a very powerful position, which is kind of scary.
It is. A lot is out of the hands of the actual agency more, and Zillow has made a lot of interesting plays to take over a lot of those territories.
It's kind of like an Amazon of real estate.
Right.
So if you don't have the data, the technology with the data, you're going to be left behind.
Exactly. They're trying to change the game.
Yeah.
And they're doing fairly well at it.
Yeah.
So
is that where you feel like VRLY is? I mean, you're in direct competition then with a Zillow.
Right. I mean, we've picked to partner on the agent side because we think in the long run agents aren't going to go anywhere. They're going to be here for the long haul. People are still going to find value in having an agent partner. So that's why we essentially have partnered with agents as well.
Why do you think agents will continue to flourish?
Yeah, I think that human factor, that trust that's been established, is always going to be there with an agent. So I think the way that agents maybe perform and do things will obviously change over time, as it always has. But I think agents aren't going to go anywhere. I think people will value that relationship over just a transaction.
Yeah, so I completely agree with you. I mean, robots do not have emotion. As I say, even in the mortgage space, mortgage is 90% emotion, 10% math, because people are constantly making emotional decisions, and they're providing rationale on the back end based on what they feel is right and wrong.
Yep.
And as a trusted, agent, that trust and that guidance is huge.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest factor, is establishing that trust, and I think that'll never go away because it is such a core value, to who we are as people. So, yeah.
What's the best way to get in touch with you?
Yeah, so all of our booking's done online. So if you just go to getvrly.com, you can book online. You can also call our office, and someone will be happy to help you.
Perfect. Sounds good. Well, thanks
Appreciate
again for coming on.
Yeah, thank you.